So this is going to be the first part of a two-part case, which is a very intense case of teasing in in a special education setting. Um, so Talia is new to sixth grader in a middle school. It's September, and she's going to a birthday party of a friend who used to go to elementary school with her, Juanita. But Juanita moved and went to this new elementary school where most of the kids uh, also went to, who were in the party and are also in the special education class. Um, it's a sleepover party and it isn't structured because the girls are a little bit older and they're too old for, let's say, structured games, like pin the tail on the donkey. So they're on a soccer field just playing around, kicking a soccer ball, and then April, one of the girls, finds some field chalk on the ground and she's like starts throwing it, and all the girls start throwing it. Greg, Juanita's little brother, is present, and he's also running around and wants to play. So Talia throws it at him, and it gets in his eyes, and then all of a sudden, Greg is exploding and crying. Because it's in his eyes, he can't see. So Juanita runs over to him and is like, "Oh, you're going home." And Talia's crying, saying, "I don't deserve to live. I don't deserve to live." And the other kids are laughing at her and, mocking her. It's like, "Yeah, you don't deserve to live. You're going home. You're blinding him. Your parents are going to spank you." So Talia's crying incessantly and is unable to collect herself. And Juanita's mom sees Talia screaming and locks her out as the other girls walk away, laughing very hard and snickering, with some quotes that involve the R word and calling her a big baby. Eventually, Juanita's dad unlocks the door and says, "Hey, hey, Talia, it's okay." And so Talia immediately stops crying, is able to get herself under control, and is very relieved to see that Greg has finally got that stuff out of his eyes, and she apologizes to him, and Greg's like, "It's okay." She goes into the living room where the other girls are watching some TV show, and Talia asks Juanita and the other girls at the party, "Please don't tell anybody at school." And Juanita says, "Oh, we're going to talk about it." And Juanita's parents are within earshot of the conversation, but I guess they're still trying to help Greg, calm down from the incident. Talia goes on with the party as nothing happened, but she still gets, a little bit of snickers every now and then. And she knows she's going to get some flack at school, and she's really scared to tell her parents because she's afraid that they're going to scream at her about the incident, about why did you throw the stuff in his eyes, why are you playing this stupid game, why did you go off crying like a little kid, like a little baby, you're too old for that. On Monday morning, it's first period, and April starts telling a few boys of what happened at the party, and Talia tells her to shut up. April was the girl who led the chalk throwing game. April, being bigger than Talia, snaps at her to mind her own business, but Talia keeps uh, telling her to stop until the teacher, Miss Lemon, comes in and says, "What's up?" And April, says to Miss Lemon about the events, about the birthday party with the chalk incident in the aftermath, which involved Talia's big, tantrum. And Talia is embarrassed, and one of the girls from the party whispers behind her, "I don't deserve to live." And Talia is quiet and, out of energy to respond. And Miss Lemon says, "Okay, we're going to get started with the classwork. Take out your workbooks." For the next 3 days, Talia is teased mercilessly by the other party guests, and it goes to a few other kids at the school, and she can't stop this. She's everywhere she goes, she's embarrassed, and she can't get it all out of her mind. So she goes to her guidance counselor, Mrs. McDonald, who she relates the incidents to, and also says that she tries to get the other kids to stop teasing her by telling them to shut up. But Mrs. McDonald says that by telling them to shut up, you're only encouraging them. And she says, "Have you thought about talking to your parents?" And Talia is very hesitant to do this. So, but Mrs. McDonald assures her that it might help her make her feel better, regardless of what response that they give her. So Talia's like, "Yeah, I'll tell them." And then Mrs. McDonald says, "I'll help out. I'll call your parents as well, and and then we'll, it's going to be okay." So, the, so here's some things to think about. What further action could Mrs. McDonald and the other teachers, including Miss Lemon and the other teachers within the special education department, do to help with this situation? Because it's really hurting Talia, and she's being teased unmercilessly, without mercy, by the other girls and in guys in the in the class, and it's gone outside of the classroom, outside of the special ed, where other kids are teasing her and seeing her that she's a weak student, a weakling, and that she's an easy target. And what are some things Talia could do to cope with this teasing? And what are some things that adult figures could help Talia to cope with this? Um, I look forward to your answers, and I part two will come, maybe later tonight or maybe tomorrow or next week.